Hey everybody, how you doing? It's me, Joe. Hope you've had a great day and great and productive day. And thanks for all the comments and everything in the group today. That's been great. I asked for how you guys are thinking, or one word that you describe for today. One is relieving, one is present, and one is a gift. So thank you for those comments. I always like to get people's ideas, and I want you guys to keep moving forward. As you know, that's what I talk about all the time. But tonight, I want to talk about different business ideas that you can do. Maybe you're struggling. Maybe you're trying to find really that one business that's going to fit for you, and you can't quite seem to locate it. And as I did my live radio show this morning, that all just kind of transpired back 12 years ago when I met my mentors and my business partner, not my business partners, but my business friends, and who trained me, Gene and Steve Hansen. It was a fantastic show this morning. So if you haven't had a chance to listen to it, go back. I posted it in the group. Gene actually posted it in the group. Or if you listened to it this morning, thank you. And I appreciate all of you for listening. And I appreciate, and all the countries that listen to the show too. So like I said, you never know. You always have to have your eyes and ears open. And I know there's some days we don't feel like going out and talking to people. We don't feel like doing things. We just want to be in our own little world. But the thing you need to do is always have your ears open and your eyes wide open as well. And because you never know. And you never know what kind of kind words you're going to help to transpire other people's lives. Right? All right. So, again, I want to talk about different business ideas. But one of them is, hey Linda, about virtual assistant. And I've had a lot of people ask me, what is a virtual assistant? And even when I had my virtual assistant business, people, they just didn't understand it. So I want to give a little glimpse into the virtual assistant life, because I own that business for over 10 years, and I still do some virtual assistant business on the side. So what I do, basically as a virtual assistant, you are an administrative assistant basically, but you work from home, all right? So you have a home office, and then you work for others. So you work for clients, I work for clients all across the country. I did go international one time down to India. Actually, that guy worked for me. But other than that, mine were all within the country. Now, that, like I said, that was like, I quit that business a couple years ago. But what you need to do is you need to hone in on what you're good at. So if you're good at maybe setting appointments, reading emails, searching out travel, really figure out what you're good at, and then decide that you want to be a virtual assistant. And if you're a realtor, you can be a real estate virtual assistant. That makes it a lot easier, especially if you're licensed, because then you can go, especially if it's somebody in your state, then you can go and work in your state with that realtor, and it makes it a lot easier for them. Because I did that too. When I was a virtual assistant, I went and got my real estate license. So then I was a real estate virtual assistant, and I was able to go do the transactions with them, or go along with the client to the realtor, to go and do the dealings. Now, also, I worked with a lot of coaches, like business coaches, life coaches. I worked with a lot of speakers who wrote books and went out speaking across the country. And there for a while, I remember when 2007, 2008 hit and the crash came down. Well, that might have happened to the big businesses. Guess what? My business flourished at that time, because of the fact that people couldn't afford to hire somebody full-time, whereas as a virtual assistant, you're really just part-time. So if they only need you 10 hours a month, all right, 10 hours a week, that's okay. You determine what kind of hours you want to set for one particular client, or if they have a set hours, then you work between it. I always interviewed my clients. I always interviewed them to see if we were going to be a good fit. But once we determined that we were, a contract was written up between the two of us, and off to work we went. So you're a business owner as a virtual assistant. And so some of the things that you do as a virtual assistant, you can do bookkeeping. I didn't like doing bookkeeping. I do my own, but I don't really like doing bookkeeping. So I would tag that off to somebody else. So what I did was I got to know like virtual bookkeepers. And I know I talked about this before, but graphic designers, website designers. At that time, I didn't do any publishing, so I would talk to publishers. Now I do publishing. So once you hone in on some skills, but online research, lots of people want online research. Database entries. I know it sounds boring, but it can bring in good money. So database entries. Database presentations. Are you good at PowerPoint? Are you good at putting together like a webinar scenario? So webinars were just coming around when I was probably in the last 6, 7, 8 years, and I was really good at webinars too. Managing email, I did that a lot. Social tasks, like social media, posting on their social media sites. Travel, well, I know I talked about that. Travel research, really, because if you get a client who travels a lot, they're going to want somebody to take care of all their travel needs. Scheduling, that's a big one. So you schedule for your clients. When you work at your home office, I get this question a lot too. When you work at your home office, your client will assign you a specific email to their account. Or they allow you to go in and review their email and review their calendar. Or now with Google Docs and Google Calendar, you can sync each other's calendars. It's so much easier now, trust me. It is so much easier now. So it's really, once you get the hang of it, it really gets to be, and you know, your client will train you. Your client will train what they want you to do. And then also you train the client on what you can do and what you can't do. Now, what I did is if they would ask me to do something and it sounded interesting to me, I would go research it to figure out how to do it. So some of the other ones was chasing business. So sometimes, you know what, they bring you those stack of business cards and they don't know, you know, they don't have time to follow up. So, because business owners need to be working on their business and not in their business. Working in their business is where a virtual assistant comes into play. So, and then industry knowledge prep. Really basically whatever industry they're in, if they're in the coaching business or the speaking business, they want to know who else is in their area who is in that same line of work. Or if they're a realtor, you know, what other realtors are doing it bigger than they are. And they'll, you know, those type of things. So it's really, once you get the hang of it, and it just, like Jean and I talked about this morning on the call, once I heard virtual assistant, I'm like, yes, that is what I need to do. And once it rings in your heart and in your soul, you just know it, and you have to go after it. All right? And same thing I feel about with my radio show and the book that I wrote. But my radio show, I just love. And so, and it's in my heart and in my soul. And when you find that, whatever it is that's in your heart and in your soul, just do it. Do what's going to make you happy, and do what's going to make it what you love to do. Because there's nothing greater than being happy with what you do. Doing what you love and love what you do. All right? Now, for those of us that also like multiple streams of income, like me, I am also involved with some network marketing companies. All right? And I don't talk about that much on here, but a new one that I've tried out is about teeth whitening. I know, isn't that the craziest thing? It's about teeth whitening. And a friend of mine was posting about it, and I thought, all right, I'll try it out. Hey, Troy. So I try it out, and so I've been at it about 6 weeks now, and I've been taking some pictures. The weird thing is, taking pictures of your teeth is kind of hard to do by yourself. I don't know why. My camera doesn't work the greatest. I got some, but it's working, and I'm excited about that. So if you guys are interested in learning about the teeth whitening thing, you just let me know, because it really is. I'll tell you more as it goes. I don't like to put out anything unless I know for sure that it works. And so it is working, and you know, so far it's a great product. So I really like it. So if you guys are interested in teeth whitening, let me know. All right. All right. Well, that is what I have for now. There's all kinds of network marketing businesses out there, and I have all kinds of people trying to get me to come to theirs. But I have been with my Manitech products since 2001. And I still love them. I don't sell them a lot, but I do love them. So pick and choose what you like. But I do want to, as the time goes on, I do want to tell you more about this teeth whitening, because I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited. So I will tell you more as time goes on. But for now, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great night. And remember, you are stronger than what you give yourself credit for. All right? Go forth and be great. And go to joehosman.com and download the free book at The Secrets to Realizing Your Dreams. Take care. God bless.